Welcome back to Pure Mind Think, where we dive deep into the mysteries of life, faith, and the world around us. I'm your host, Your Name, and today we're stepping into something big, something that might just shake the way you see reality. The year is 2025, and whispers are growing louder. Are the ancient prophecies of Revelation unfolding right before our eyes? From plagues to wars, famine to chaos, are these the signs we've been warned about for over 2,000 years? Stick with me, because this isn't just a story. It's a wake-up call. And by the end, I hope you'll find a spark of hope, a reason to trust in something greater. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's journey together into the unknown.
Picture this. It's the 1st century, and a man named John is exiled on the island of Patmos. He's alone, surrounded by crashing waves, when suddenly, he's hit with a vision so vivid, so wild, it's been echoing through time ever since. He writes it down in what we now call the Book of Revelation, the only prophetic book in the Bible. It's a cryptic tale of 4 horsemen, 7 trumpets, and a world spiraling toward its end. For centuries, people have debated, is this literal, symbolic, or something in between? But here we are in 2025, and the headlines feel eerily familiar.
Let's start with the 4 horsemen, those infamous riders who signal the beginning of the end. The first, a white horseman, rides out with a bow and a crown, a conqueror bent on chaos. Some say he's pestilence, disease that sweeps through humanity like a silent storm. Think back to 2020. COVID-19 hit us hard. We thought it was a one-off, right? But fast forward to 2024, H5N1 bird flu flares up again, wiping out 140,000 poultry worldwide in months, with whispers of it jumping to humans. And now, in 2025, a new COVID variant, GN1, is spreading faster than ever. The World Health Organization's head, Tedros Ghebreyesus, warned us, the next pandemic isn't a question of if, but when. Coincidence? Or prophecy unfolding?
But here's where it gets deeper. This horseman doesn't just bring sickness, he brings confusion. Misinformation floods our screens. Fake cures, conspiracy theories about where these viruses come from. It's a war on truth, and it's leaving us lost. Could this be the white horseman's real weapon? Sowing doubt in a world already on edge?
Then comes the second rider, the red horseman, wielding a massive sword. His mission? To rip peace from the earth. And folks, if you've turned on the news lately, you know peace is in short supply. Since 2022, Russia and Ukraine have been locked in a brutal conflict. 1.4 million soldiers lost or wounded by early 2025. Over in the Middle East, Israel and Palestine are caught in a cycle of violence that's claimed thousands of lives. And don't sleep on the Pacific. Tensions between China and Taiwan are heating up, with military drills and threats that could drag the US, Japan, and South Korea into the mix. World War III doesn't feel so hypothetical anymore.
Now, I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to connect the dots. Revelation says this horseman takes peace away, and we're seeing it play out in real time. But here's what hit me. War isn't just about bombs and bullets. It's about the fear, the division, the way it tears us apart inside. Maybe the red horseman's been riding longer than we think, stirring chaos while we argue over who's right.
Next up, the black horseman. He carries scales, a symbol of famine and economic collapse. In March 2025, the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization reported an 8.2% spike in global food prices. Droughts, supply chain breakdowns, they're choking our resources. In Africa, 57.4 million people are facing starvation, surviving on 1 meal a day. Meanwhile, inflation's hitting record highs worldwide. Paychecks don't stretch like they used to, and riots are popping off from Paris to Pretoria. Sound familiar? Revelation warned of a time when a day's wages would barely buy a loaf of bread.
And then there's the pale horseman, Death himself. He doesn't need a weapon. He just follows the carnage. Natural disasters are ramping up, 5 times more frequent than 50 years ago. Hurricanes like Yagi in 2024 tore through Asia, leaving devastation in their wake. Rising seas threaten coastal cities, and a thinning ozone layer spikes cancer rates. It's like the earth itself is groaning, echoing Revelation's promise of death's quiet reign.
But the horsemen are just the opening act. Revelation's 7 trumpets blast next, signaling cataclysms that shake the world to its core. The first trumpet, hail and fire mixed with blood, burning a third of the earth. Since 2000, we've logged over 7,300 natural disasters, $2.97 trillion in damages, 1.23 million lives lost. Wildfires, floods, storms, they're not slowing down. The second trumpet turns the sea to blood. Red tides, toxic algae blooms are killing fish by the millions, staining oceans crimson. The third poisons rivers with bitterness. Industrial waste and heavy metals are choking our water supplies. And the fourth? Darkness falls as the sun and moon falter. Think eerie eclipses and strange lights in the sky.
Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds crazy. And yeah, it is, until you see it happening. These aren't just ancient riddles, they're headlines. But here's the kicker. Revelation doesn't stop at doom. It points to something bigger.
So, if 2025 is the year these prophecies unfold, where does that leave us? Scared? Hopeless? Maybe. But let me tell you a story. A true one. A few months back, I met a woman named Sarah at a coffee shop in Tarzana, LA. It was 1 a.m., and this loud, unearthly hum filled the sky until 4:30 a.m. People were freaked out. Some called it trumpets, others aliens. Sarah just smiled and said, "It's a reminder we're not in control." She'd lost her job, her home, but she had this peace I couldn't explain. "I trust the Creator," she told me. "He's got a plan."
That's the heart of Revelation. Not destruction, but redemption. The Bible says after the chaos, the Creator steps in. The seventh trumpet sounds, and heaven declares victory. It's not about fear, it's about faith. The world's falling apart, sure, but it's being remade. And we've got a choice. Cling to chaos or trust the one who made it all.
So what do we do? If these are the end times, we don't just sit back. Revelation's a call to action. Live with kindness. Drop the hate, the greed, because what we sow, we reap. Protect this planet. Those skies and rivers aren't ours to trash. Science can warn us, but faith guides us. The Creator's watching, and He doesn't abandon His people. Psalm 46 says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." That's not a maybe, that's a promise.
So what do we do? If these are the end times, we don't just sit back. Revelation's a call to action. Live with kindness. Drop the hate, the greed, because what we sow, we reap. Protect this planet. Those skies and rivers aren't ours to trash. Science can warn us, but faith guides us. The Creator's watching, and He doesn't abandon His people. Psalm chapter 46 says, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." That's not a maybe, that's a promise.
Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through Prophecies of 2025. Revelation unfolding. What do you think? Are these signs real? Can we change course? Drop your thoughts below. I read every one. If this hit you, smash that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Pure Mind Think for more. Until next time, keep seeking truth, keep the faith, and let's trust the Creator's got this. See you soon.